Right, well, good afternoon. 30th of January 2018 now, and I'm still slightly in a state of shock, really, because I had the most unexpected phone call a fortnight ago from a chap I know called Steve. I had a message off him on Facebook. Hi Mark, when you've got 5 minutes, give me a call. Now Steve, never met the bloke, spoke to him, you know, over the last 18 months, fishing in all varieties, shapes and forms. But the main subject's been rainbow. And yeah, he's invited me to go with him. So on the 8th of June this year, I'm going to be heading to Rainbow, Peg 14. And yeah, I'm still quite in a state of shock and disbelief that it's actually going to be happening. But happening it is. It's on one of Eric Smith's trips, and for those of you who would have seen Kevin Ellis's videos, would have seen Eric. It's on one of his trips. Unfortunately, one of Steve's friends couldn't make the trip, so I was invited to go in his place. Yeah, so I've got 129 days until I go. That's how excited I am about it. Yeah, so 129 days and I'll be on my way to Rainbow. I've literally just got off the phone to Eric as well. I've been talking to him for the last hour, racking his brains for information regarding bits and pieces. And yeah, he's pointing me in the right direction. So yeah, it's all going ahead. So this video, hopefully it's going to show you every step of my journey from now, which is January, through to June, with all the prep work, etc. that needs to go into the trip. So from a very shocked and still a bit, I don't know, still surprised, Mark. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video of my journey to the Jurassic Park of carp fishing, which is Rainbow.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Right, well, it's now the 7th of May. So I've only got 30 days now before the trip. I think I'm just about sorted. I think I've got all my terminal tackle I'm picking up my leads next week. My mate has made them up for me, and then you pick up the outboard, echo sounder, batteries, cook tent, oven and fridge over the next couple of weeks. But no, I think I'm just about prepared. Thought I'd got everything. Went up to the local car boots out yesterday and came home with, I think it was 10 4-foot bank sticks, but I think the most I paid, well, I think all of them I only paid about 5, maybe 6 quid for the lot. So I've got enough of them, don't have to worry about bank sticks. I'm over there. Yeah, slight alteration with bits and travel arrangements. I'm now travelling sort of on my own. Steve and his girlfriend are going in his van. I've hired a van to take my gear in, which, to be honest, I'm sort of a bit happier about, because I can take everything with me. This might be my only ever trip to Rainbow, so I want to do it properly. I don't want to scrimp on what I take. So yeah, but rather than the Channel journey, I'm getting the ferry from Portsmouth to St Malo. I sat and worked it out that with the cost of the Channel crossing, the fuel, the tolls on the way down, it actually works out. It only works out about 80 quid dearer going for the overnight ferry, and then I've only got 5.5 hours the other side, the drive. Still a long time, but it's better than the 10 if I come into Calais. It's an overnight crossing as well, so I can get some sleep, hopefully. Port at about 8:15 in the morning, and then yeah, hopefully we'll get to Rainbow early afternoon on the Friday. That's the plan as is at the moment. But yeah, it's not long now. Next week I'm going to start sorting all of the stuff out into boxes and bags, spooling up my reels. Probably end up realising that I've forgotten more things that I need to pick up and get, but I think I'm just about there. Everyone's been so helpful, the guys who fish on Rainbow. You know, I've been probably bugging them by sending them messages, but it's brilliant. You know, for my first time, I'm sort of mentally prepared for it. What it'll be like when I get there is a different matter, but yeah, it's one bloke called John from over in Holland. I messaged him to ask him how, you know, I know he'd fished peg 14 a few times, and he'd done no more than phone me up, you know, and we chatted for half an hour, 40 minutes regarding the swim. Then he emailed me maps over of the different depths, snags, etc, etc. So I'm not sort of going blind. I've got a rough idea of the layout of the swim, so that's you know, obviously really helpful. But yeah, Clayton Webb, thank you mate, he's been a real big help, you know, and even sort of asking me questions like, have you remembered this, Mark, have you got these, can you source this? It's been fantastic, because all the bits I haven't got or can't get, he's more than willing to help me out. So yeah, thanks Clay for that. You're not all bad. But yeah, so 30 days away before my travel, so yeah, obviously mega excited, can't wait. But let's just hope that no spanners get thrown in the works in between now and then. Right then, we're 20 days away from the trip. Just about everything's sorted now. Inside my cook tent, just giving that a bit of an airing. Thank you, Mr. Greaves, John, for letting me borrow it. But just something else I want to show you quickly, something that I've sort of devised, shall we say. I was looking down the route of the markers, and I was going to use H blocks, but I saw there's a company out there that make pole markers, screw together. I've managed to borrow one off a friend, but I was thinking ideally for the others. Now I've made mine relatively cheaply, literally plastic, 20mm plastic conduit, 99p for 2 metre length from Wix's. Obviously there's some white stuff as well. I've made them in different lengths because they're obviously for the tops of the markers when they're out. And literally all I've done from the range, you can get these, and they're cabinet fasteners. Obviously male and female, although the screw thread does come out totally. And then all I've done, I've actually super glued them. If I find one that you can see, there we go. Well, I've epoxy resined them into the end of the tubing. What I've done before that though, I'll show you on this. I used a bit of wooden doweling. I think it's 18mm doweling, fits really nice and snug. So this is my tip, so that's solid in the top there. I've done the same on the bottom, and then just knocked it in. Basically I put a swivel and that, and I've basically screwed that together to get the depth right. So a swivel, a washer, then knocked the wooden doweling in to the right depth, so it's flush up to there, and then yeah, super glued them in place onto the wooden doweling. And then what I've done on some of them, you see here, I've super glued a metal washer. Now they fit relatively flush to each other. You have to be careful on how you cut the plastic, obviously. You need to try and get that as straight as possible. Some of mine aren't quite the way they should be. But yeah, so I've done quite a few of those. I've got obviously the tips, and then my base sections, I've left them in long pieces, and I've just been up the car boot sale and bought 4 sink plungers for £4 I think it was, and I've just got to devise a way of attaching the lead weight that's going to go on the bottom of that. Drill some holes into the rubber so obviously the water can get through so it sinks. But yeah, so that's going to stand up there like so. I've done the screw thready bit on that end, so that's 6 foot, so if I'm fishing in 7 foot I can stick one of my white markers on the top. Obviously it's not going to be fished right next to my spot, but it's a good side marker. But excuse me, yeah, I think that's going to work. Well, I can't believe it's happening. Today's D-Day. It's Thursday the 7th of June. And yeah, it's just picked up the hire van, and now it's time to start loading. Just saying to the wife, it's just such a strange feeling that, you know, something that I've wanted to do for such a long time is actually happening. It's yeah, it's a bit surreal. But anyway, let's get on with the packing. Well, that's it. I'm locked and loaded. Going to stop at the garage on the way just to get some nibbles for the journey. But yeah, next stop after that will be sunny Portsmouth. Oh, I can't believe this is happening.
the road. Been on the road probably about an hour. Did a little windy windy roads around St Malo until we got onto one of the main routes, which we're on now. Sun is out. Got my music going. Yeah, everything's good at the moment. I've got about 4.5 hours to the lake. We're going to be stopping off shortly. I'm following Steve down there. But yeah, we're stopping off at some point on the journey. Just have a bit of a leg stretch and a week break. A bite to eat probably. But yeah, looking good. The excitement building, obviously. Still feels quite surreal. But I'm more concentrating on my driving than worrying about Rainbow at the moment, because I've had a little bit of experience driving on the wrong side of the road before, but it's yeah, this is it's all a bit different. Like now, coming up to a junction, you've got cars coming at you from the wrong direction. Yeah, so obviously I'm excited, a bit like a kid at Christmas at the moment regarding it, but obviously concentrating on the driving a little bit more than the Rainbow. The actual getting, well, actually being at Rainbow at the moment. But yeah, good night on the ferry last night, bit of a crap night's sleep, rocking around all over the place. But yeah, 4.5 hours. No, we should be there 20 past 9 now. So looking probably, with having a break, probably get there for about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Right, well, I'm about 45 kilometres away from Rainbow, and Mr. Ellis, if you ever see this, you're right, Bordeaux at rush hour isn't the one. It's like the M25. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I'm tired, I'm in a van that hasn't got any air conditioning, and I'm sitting in traffic and have been for the last half an hour. Well, can't quite believe I'm here, but I have arrived at Rainbow. Just to go in the clubhouse. This is just so surreal. Go into the clubhouse, see if I meet up with Pascal, and then pop around and go and see Eric. But yeah, I'm shaking, I'm that excited. Well, I can't quite believe I'm here, but I am. Just heading round. I've just been in to see Pascal and a couple of the other lads who are fishing this week, and also Gavin, who's on the island currently. But yeah, I'm just heading round to go and see Eric. I'll be plotting up there the night tonight next to him. But this is just, it's crazy. It's surreal. I'm here. And I'll tell you one thing, the guys aren't wrong about the track going around here. God, blimey. That's off-road. Anyway, I'm going to go around and see Eric. Well, this is just surreal. I'm walking around Rainbow. I know it probably sounds really freaking cheesy, but my God, something is just amazing. Just sat with Eric. Oh bugger, can't remember the lad's name. It's with at the moment from Spain. Spent an hour having a chat about
all sorts of bits and pieces, a little bite to eat, a couple of nice gin and tonics with some fresh ice. But yeah, I'm just going to go around to Peg 14 and go see the lads and rack their brains ready for the morning. I've been invited out tonight for a meal as well, so we shall see. This place is unreal. Look at that. It's just, I'm getting attacked by mozzies as I'm walking around, so as long as I keep walking I don't seem to be behind me. But, wow. I'm doing a lap of a lake, which don't seem too bad, but when you look at this lake being 110 acres or whatever it is, the train's a bit up and downy, as you can see. It's crazy, 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 crazy. There we go. Walking down into swim 14 now. Just coming up to about 11 o'clock apparently. I can't really tell, but yeah, this is where I'll be spending my time this week. A bit later than planned, but earlier than normal, so what a place. We'll get sorted, get the house and everything up now, and then see what the week brings. Morning, it's Sunday morning now. Didn't do any filming yesterday. It was such a long day trying to get everything set up. Things didn't go to plan. We had rain, we had all sorts. Went out in the boat, found a few areas which we've sort of marked with H blocks. But yeah, just setting up the base camp was, so we've got my bivvy here, obviously the cook tent, Steve and Natalie are fishing there. But yeah, it's been a bit, it was crazy yesterday, which to be honest wanted to take my time anyway, but all my rods are rigged, ready to go now. So yeah, I've just come back from a shower, feel 100% better now. Time to get some rods out and see if we can't catch one. Well, all best intentions, didn't happen today. I was hoping to do a bit of filming showing rigs and you know where I was putting them on. I've got a bit of video footage with the glasses. I'm not sure whether it's going to be on this now, but it's, I don't know how to put it, you know, it doesn't matter how much you read or how many videos you watch or the conversations you have with people who fish here a lot. Nothing can prepare you for what you have to go through here. It's different, you know, the whole, okay, in my head I knew about double leading, using floats, bottle rigs, etc, but putting it into practice, and although I have done some boat work in the past, nothing can prepare you for this place. It really can't. Me and Steve, the chap I'm fishing with, it's both of our first times on here, and today when I went out I was prepared to snap my rods in half and go home. So much was going, legs were dropping off and getting in a tangle in the boat, and it was, to be honest, very stressful. However, the rods are now out. We've got all 8 rods out in the swim. Let's have a quick look down the swim. So we've got rods out everywhere. Now my rods, what we've done, we've mixed it up a little bit. My rod, my furthest left hand rod, which is this one, that is just there. You just see a bottle there on the edge, and there's a channel that just goes in behind it. So that's my left hand rod. That's in about 5 foot of water there, nice and clear. The branches don't go down too far, and a lad called Thomas that I've been chatting to, I know last June he had a 76 pounder out there. So you know they come in and out. Behind all this stuff here, there's a big sort of bay at the back there. Some of it's 16s water, which is next door. Let me see them. Oh, that's the toilet, by the way. That's 16 there. The guys in 16, they had a 50 yesterday. I think they've picked up 2 today. So they've got the channels that run sort of behind where I'm fishing. So yeah, so that's where my left hand rod is. Then Steve's, you might just be able to see, where is it? Trying to point on the phone is a nightmare. Oh yeah, there's Steve's float there. That's my nail, but there's Steve's float right there. That's an entrance to another channel. Again, about 5 foot. And then my next rod is next, and I've actually gone up. I had to do it because there's nowhere else in the world you're going to be doing it. But there is, right, just off that bush there, might see a little yellow mark. Now that's a hook there, and then my bait is all the way down the channel. I'll try and get some filming of that possibly tomorrow. No, probably Sunday today, so maybe Tuesday. It's strange. I've managed to get the rods out. Confidence is key. I'm happy, really happy with 2 rods. The other 2, you know, they landed all right, but it's that seeded out, which everyone I spoke to on here, they all say the same. But yeah, and then Steve's second rod, which is just there. That's on a plateau there. That done a 76 pounder last week. And then my second rod is there, over there, where that bottle is. Just there in the middle of the viewfinder. And then that's then my 4th rod there. Hang on a minute. First, yeah, that's my 4th rod over there. And then what Steve's done, he's got one right over there in the distance, just there. You just see the above the rod tip there. That's his bottle. And then another one down that far margin. That done a bite last week, which unfortunately for Darren, who hooked the fish, believes it was scarp, which is the biggest fish in here. But it's one of those you would never know. Unfortunately, he lost it to a hook pull. Well, done him in a snag. Got out one snag, went back out, and unfortunately lost it. But yeah, it's, you know, my whole intention of this video is to do quite a lot of explaining what I'm doing step by step by step, but it's such a long process for the first time angler on here. You know, I've been here now, well, it's 7:15 now, Sunday night, and we're eventually just chilling out and relaxing. It has been crazy. It's tiring, it's stressful, it's everything that fishing shouldn't be. But you know, the rods are out now, and we're happy. There's been a few out, you know, that Colin, who's in Peg 21, he's had over 50 fish now. He's into his 2nd week. But I think there's been 3 60s caught while we've been here. It's just crazy. But the rods are out. They're going to stay out there till at least Tuesday now, unless anything happens. So now it's the relaxing time. But yeah, like I said at the start, it doesn't matter how many years you've been carp fishing, who you speak to, what you've done in the past. This place is just on another level. It really is. But we're up and we're sorted now. Yeah, the swim is full, as you can see. We've got Oz tents, we've got cookers, we've got everything here. But now we can actually chill out and relax for a bit. Chicken curry tonight with rice and naan bread, courtesy of Natalie and Steve. Last night shepherd's pie. It's different fishing, different food that you eat when you're on here. Gone are the Ridge Monkey cheese and ham sandwiches that I used to live on, or chicken tikka slices. Now the rods are out, we can actually chill out. Hopefully something will happen. You never know. Baits are in the water. I've got more than a chance than sitting at home. Here I am, out on the water. Just about to reposition the bait just down off this little tree here. That's where I had it, but I just weren't happy with it, so I want to come and do it properly. This weather's just turned lovely now, look. But yeah, I've got bait in that bay, bit further around to the left, not through this channel, through the next one up. If we can get that as I go back up there.
Morning, it's coming up for 7 o'clock on Tuesday, and it's raining a bit again. Yeah, it's been like this most of the night. Rain and more rain. I've seen nothing during the night or yesterday. And from what I heard from the guys around the lake, it was really quiet yesterday. I think even 21 slowed down. So, the trouble is you get on one day where it's really hot, and then it's like this, and it's cold. It's not exactly the warmest I can tell you now. So, the fish haven't finished spawning. You know, they're going to be up and down, up and down, up and down, not knowing what's going on. Yeah, but it is what it is. I'm going to reposition a couple of my rods today, if this rain stops. Going further up my second right-hand rod, the one that's up the length of this island in front. That's going further up to the tree that's hanging out the water. I put bait on that yesterday. And then my channel rod I'm taking further up the channel. Yeah, taking a lot further up to see if I can pick one up from down that way. But yeah, there you go. That's the way it is right now. Wet and horrible.
Well, I've just been off the lake for, I don't know, about an hour and a half. So I had to go to the supermarket and get some supplies. Yeah, even that was a bit of a nightmare, because where I thought it wasn't. So I had to make a few phone calls to find out where I was heading. But yeah, got there in the end. So now I'm back on the track. Heading back to the lake now. It's not, don't want to leave obviously the lake, because I want to be catching fish and be there if the rods go, but yeah, sometimes it's nice just to get away. You can just sort of recharge your batteries, do a bit of sightseeing, which I must have done because I got bloody lost, but I'm back on the right track now, pardon the pun. But yeah, I'll get back. I pulled in my channel rod earlier. I'm repositioning that one. It's a little bit further back into the channel, which hopefully I'll get a bit of video of. I'm then repositioning that one down the length of the island. The guys in in 12, they said they saw a couple of fish there yesterday. A little bit more into their water than mine, but I'll be in the right area anyway. So yeah, that's the plan. Get back to the lake, unload the shopping, got a few bits for some of the guys around the lakes, and then get the rods back out. Ugh, anyone who's been here knows what this track is like. So before I bottom out the van, I'm going to concentrate on what I'm doing, and then yeah, do a bit more in a little while. Right, here I go. Heading out to go and put that rod back out. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an idea on where it's going and how extreme some of this fishing can be. That's the echo sound. I don't know if any of that's coming up, but you can see how up and down this whole place is. It's crazy. So yeah, I need to go underneath this tree. So there's Steve's rod there, that yellow one there, that's my other one. But I'm going underneath this branch. under here. So there's one of my hooks. That's my second one there. The guys in 16, that's their water over that side. So I've got this channel, that channel is all 14s. And where I had my bait yesterday, well the last couple of days, was just down off this snag, that branch, but where it's going is between these two here. It sounds, looks, and is quite crazy, but it does the job. The lads in 60 have been catching from right down the bottom end there, as far back up the channel as they can get it. So, you know, yeah. The other thing you've got to be careful of, these underwater snags as well. You look here, see the difference. Yeah, I've got 6-7 foot around here. And this is bait's going in here. And this rod isn't moving then until, well, it either goes off or I catch one. I've already put some bait around it, but I want to give this area a lot. Peg 12 is basically over that side over there. My right hand rod is somewhere in line here. Oh, obviously over the other side. I may actually have to change the position of that first hook. Looking at that. Let's cover this whole area with bait. Right over the back there. Yeah, we're talking to the guys in 16. I know they've been here now coming up for 10 days, whatever it is, but they've got through a hell of a lot of bait. 160 odd kilo. So me putting out 3 or 4. Yeah, I think you can just about make out their float out there actually. I'm going to put it, basically I'm spreading the bait everywhere, so hoping that they'll come across it some way. I could, I suppose, go back further down there, but that is a bit too extreme for me. Right then, so got a line for the first hook. Stay on there. Fucking life jacket. Read that one. Missed it. Back in the last one. Right, and that's it. So, that rod's there, that ain't moving anywhere unless I get a bite on it. The reason I'm doing this under drag is just trying to keep that tension on it. If you do it with the bail arm off, you do end up with slack line, and I want that bowstring all the way out. Yeah, you could do, mate. Morning, Wednesday morning, still quiet. Been a few more out clay on the island. He had a 67 and a 72 this morning. Yeah, so well done you, mate. So I just had a croissant all stuck in my teeth. Just got one rod I'm going to reposition today. May put fresh bait on the other one that's been out since Sunday. But as yet, I haven't really seen anything that was definitely a carp. But hey, I'm still hopeful. We're here fishing Rainbow. Had a kingfisher land on my rod this morning, which I got a photograph of. So hopefully that's a good omen. But yeah, it's is what it is. You know, that's Rainbow for you. It only takes one bite. Got big fish Thursday to look forward to tomorrow. It could be as it is for clay whacker Wednesday. But yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Like I say, about 7:30 on Wednesday morning. I'm just going out to reposition this rod now. It was something I was looking at doing yesterday, but I ended up leaving it. Yeah, this is going up near that snag. Oh. And no bait on it. Great. So where I'm going, just into this snag I'm coming up to now. Yeah, it's 12:20 now, Wednesday. Done a bit of filming going out to that rod to reposition it, but I stopped it in the end. It's so frustrating. Like I said earlier, it's nothing can prepare you for the trickiness that this sort of fishing is. Double leading, trying to do that when you've got the wind coming from behind you blowing you towards your spot. You know, you're trying to get one in place and then come back away from the spot to place the second lead. The wind blowing at you, swinging you around. I've had my rod tip in the bloody snag in the tree, my bottle come off twice. You know, I'm drifting around, spinning around in freaking circles, then moved the outboard, then I'd pushed it too far, I couldn't freaking reach it, so I'm out in the lake bloody doing this. A complete muppet, to be honest. But eventually I got it on the spot, the best that I can do. You know, when I went out there and reeled the rod in, I had no hook baits on. Now that's just, it's frustrating. It is, because you don't know when that's happened. Obviously that's been out since Sunday morning,
So it's been out there 4 days now. You know, fair enough, they may have fallen off as I whipped it up through the water. You know, the small fish may have whittled it down. How long is, you know, all these thoughts that go through your head. How long has it not had a hook bait on? You know, have I had carp feeding on that spot without a hook bait? And now I've just moved it to a different spot. So yeah, it definitely is it does your head in. It really does. Doesn't matter, you know, how much experience you've got back in the UK. This is just, yeah, it's different. It's different. But I'm enjoying it. I've got that rod out. I've just got one more to not moving it, but I'm putting fresh bait on. Because obviously you've got that seed of doubt now. Like, is there any bait on the bloody thing? That's been out there since Sunday as well. So yeah, reposition. So put some fresh bait out on that one. Steve and Natalie, they've gone up to the supermarket. Oh, you know. So I'll wait till they get back before going out there, because it will be sod's law that I go out there and get a take on one of the rods. But yeah, it's, you know, I knew it was going to be a struggle, but it's, yeah, it is hard. I don't know whether the double leading, you know, not a lot of people do. Well, I would say you get some people use double lead, some people only use single leads. Maybe on this, you know, my first trip, I could have made it a lot easier just using a single lead. But me being the stubborn person that I can be, I persevered to get it right. I personally, in my head, think the presentation would be a lot better using double leads, you know, so you've got that separation, but we will see. But yeah, I'll say just my long rod that I'm moving, the one on the bar, sorry, not moving, just rebaiting. And then we're going to do all of Steve's as well. He hasn't touched his since we had them occurrences the other night, so. But yeah, so it's Wednesday, sort of halfway through. I've fished for 3 nights, I've got 3 nights left ahead of us. Yeah, you know, I don't think 16's had any today. I haven't seen 12 going out. I'll say the lad on the left hand side of 12, basically nearest us, he's into his 2nd week and he hasn't had a bite yet since he's been here. Eric's, I'll say his lad called David is in with him. He had a 42 mirror yesterday, lost one. Clayton on the island, I'll say earlier, he had a 72 and a 67. Colin on 21, he's into his 2nd week and he's just had his 90th, yeah, 90th fish for the fortnight, which was a 68, I think. So that probably puts him up, I don't know, 6 or 7 60s he's had now. So they're definitely round there, which is miles that way. But fish swim, so they can't all be round there. Just be nice to see one, to be honest. We've seen one that we believe was a carp. That was yesterday, but no, it's just deadly quiet. But it is what it is. It's fishing. I'm at Rainbow, so I really can't moan too much. I'll just show you the my setup. Although it's, you know, pretty standard. Got 13-foot rods, 3.5s. The Old Sailor sort of spring arm quiver lock, whatever it's called. 60-pound braid. Got a bell on top of my rods, so a bit of that if anything was to occur. Line biter on the line. And I picked these up off Eric. These are called butt bungees, and basically they hold your rod in place because you're fishing locked up. And I mean like proper locked up, that isn't going anywhere. And with the rod tips up in the air to avoid the snags, obviously with the force of the take, the butt could quite easily pop out of that, and then you could lose a rod. But with that butt bungee, that's solid, it's not coming out of there at all.
Morning, Thursday morning now. Still all quiet, although this morning there was the first definite sign of carp, really close to my sort of second to left hand rod, second to right hand rod. I put a massive amount of bait on that rod last night. Particles, boilies, hemp, tigers, loads, probably 8-10 kilo I suppose I actually put out on there, just for something different. We've been aiming for like one bite, so we've been fishing sort of obvious spots as such, just setting little traps, but no, we've only got 2 nights left now. So yesterday I thought sod it, let them have quite a bit, and this morning yeah, I had it was a big fish lump out right next to it, so here's to hoping. Had a visit from Mr. Coypew last night. They've left us alone so far this week, but yeah, I had some boilies hanging up in the tree, air drying, and I forgot to put them away last night, and it was hanging it just at the right height for the little sod to start chewing on the bottom of the bag. So yeah, needless to say, the boilies all over the swim this morning, and the little sod kept coming back. I was chasing them away, but yeah, just sat there looking at me. But yeah, that's where we are at the moment. It looks like it's going to be a nice day today. The sun's just coming up across the lake, and like I say, there seems to be a little bit more activity this morning than what we've seen over the last couple of days, so you never know. Give it till early afternoon, shoot up, have a shower, and then yeah, get back on the rods. I'm not touching them now unless I have a fish, so a mosquito's trying to bite me. So yeah, so like I say, here's to hoping. Whatever happens. Obviously we'd like to go away with a fish each at least, but it's just amazing being here, to be honest. It really is, just having the opportunity to be here. But yeah, it's been pretty slow around the rest of the lake. 21 still producing. I think Colin, he must be pushing 100 fish now for his fortnight. 12, I saw them go out in the boat this morning. I'm not sure what happened there. Didn't see him, actually noticed them come back in. 16, I don't think. They went out yesterday, so yeah, it's slow everywhere. But no, if I can get one bite, then it'll make the whole deal that much sweeter. We can but try. Look at that, turn me back on it for 2 minutes. Let's do that bit of video, and the little sods come back. I'm not particularly scared of anybody, that's for certain. I've put all my boilies away now, mate, so you can't have any more. I'm not 100% sure how clear this is going to come out, but out there, just to the right, left of where my marker is, it's been like a jacuzzi for the last sort of 10 minutes. Just sitting here waiting for that bottle to dive down. So that's the most activity we've seen in this swim since we've been here. So yeah, literally I'm sitting on my hands. Crazy. Morning, Friday morning now. Big Fish Thursday didn't live up to expectations for us anyway. There was a few out, but not many. The lake is just sort of died a death. I think the lads in 16 had one yesterday, had a 28-pound common. Lads in 12 didn't have any. I think 11 had 1 or 2. 17 didn't produce anything, hadn't produced anything for a few days, but Jay had 3 this morning, 2 30s and a 50-pound common. Stunning fish as well, so well done, Jay. 18 still hasn't done anything else. 19 hadn't yesterday when I saw the lads in there. 21 still going. Colin's left now, he left yesterday, and Dave has moved into the front of the swim now. I'm not sure if he's having anything. Peg 1 had a 52 early hours of this morning, and a smaller one. But between me and Steve, other than we got a bit excited that Steve had a drop back this morning on one of his rods, saw the bottle moving, which unfortunately turns out to be a tench. But you know, there's always a worry here that your baits have fallen off or they're not presented right. But if the tench can find them, pick them up and eat them, then surely the carp can. But yeah, last day today, last full day anyway. Start knocking everything down today. Get the van loaded, ready for an early start tomorrow. I'm going to bring in my channel rod later, just so I haven't got the hassle of doing that at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm still probably reposition that somewhere with a handful of bait over it, but I'm not going silly with that. But yeah, and it's raining again. Typical, as you want to start packing things away, it's starting to it's starting to rain, but it's what it is. It's been an amazing week, it really has. You know, fish aside, obviously it would have been a lot nicer to have caught. Still got time, but yeah, it's been an amazing week. So yeah, if obviously anything occurs during the day today, I shall let you know. But yeah, the tidy up and pack up starts. Not good. And towards the channel, mate.
West, ready air is best. My steering might be a little bit off-ski, but
Crouch down a bit, mate. It might be easier.
no, I'm just changing because I'm not left-handed, mate.
Okay.
Is that as fast as boat goes?
Yeah. No, that's alright, mate. Right, I need to get over towards this hook, mate, because I need to try and get my line out of it. Yeah, got it, go. Right. Yeah, it's there. Oh, something's there, don't know what it is.
It's a carp, mate. That's a carp.
Okay, go on towards it.
That's a carp.
I don't know, I think it might be a bream.
No, not splashing like that. Fucking carp. At least fucking one of us has had one.
Well, like I say, mate, let's get in first. I don't know. No, I think that's bream. Come on, get off of that fucking hook. Alright, let's see. Right. It's over towards that hook a bit, mate, there. Get out of it, you fucker.
That's carp.
Ah, get off it. Get off. Yeah, it's carp.
Oh, he's a lovely. Shiply.
Right, Steve, you're driving forward still, mate. Your motor's on forward. Come on, you fucker. Right. Get ready, mate. Go on, get him in. Get him in. Get him in. Get him in.
Let him shout the rainbow. Get him home.
Hang on a minute, let's just sort this out.
Bring it round.
Did it, Steve? We done it, mate. We done it. Oh, Steve, we done it. Oh. Hang on a minute, let's just sort it out. Oh, Steve, we did it, mate. We did it.
It was always going to be this, right?
Oh, fucking hell.
It's a 40, isn't it? It's a 40.
Mate, it could be fucking £4 for all I care. No, I don't think it's that big.
You don't reckon?
No.
Right. Let's take him home.
Alright, hang on a second. If you can hold him there for a second, mate. Right. Let me just break my rod down, it'll be easier then. Like a duck, Steve. Good job I didn't change that fucking rod earlier.
No. Where'd you have it after I did that island?
No, it's actually between them two trees.
So it came here?
Yeah. Thankfully.
Well, you got back then?
No, fucking hell, keep giving it the big one.
Right, you got it?
Yes, mate, yeah.
Right.
Just take it steady.
Yeah, I was just going to go through my one then. Like.
Oh, come on. Oh. Yes. Well, it eventually happened. Friday morning, better late than never. Oh, only a babby for the lake anyway, but more than welcome. Oh, okay, give me pips. There we go. Oh. £28. Yeah, if you...
Turn him round.
There we go, the other side of him.
Yeah, the water one going back in the water.
Just keep firing, mate.
Yeah.
Keep firing, mate.
Does it do a burst if you hold your finger down?
No. Thank you, Mr. Carp.
Done.
Yeah, sound buzzing is an understatement. Came here for one bite, and the one bite I got. Yeah, hopefully on the video glasses it sort of shows the elation when that went in the net. It's been a hard, grueling week, and you know, you get to the stage where you think it's not going to happen, and totally out of the blue, it does. The one rod that I was, as much as I didn't mind which rod went off, that one was my least favourite, being up the channel, but no, it came in without too many dramas. So yeah, rod's back out on the spot. Steve's going to have the next bite now on whichever rod goes, so hopefully we'll both go home with a fish. But yeah, so I'll continue with my packing up now, and fingers crossed we'll get the camera out a little bit later for a fish with Steve. Well, here we are, we're in the last evening now. It's 7:30. My base camp is pretty much packed away. I've just got my brolly out for the night tonight. Get the cook tent and everything away shortly. But wow, what a week. It's been it really has been thoroughly enjoyable. Yeah, the fishing's been hard, but the experience of actually being here, you know, the guys around the lake have been so helpful. You know, in every swim, every person I've bumped into, spoken to, as soon as you walk in the swim, you know, you're greeted with a smile and normally a beer, which can be a bit of a problem if you're doing a lap of the lake because you're half cut by the time you get back to your swim. But no, it's been, you know, 9 years I've been wanting to come over here, and you know, the opportunity of being here, like I said at the start, you know, just being here is enough, and if I can get one bite, then it will make the holiday. And yeah, I've managed to do that. Yeah, it'd be sad to go home tomorrow. Obviously looking forward to getting home and seeing the wife and my dog, who my mum and dad have kindly been looking after for the last week. Got to thank Steve, obviously, for inviting me in the first place, and linking on with Steve, obviously Eric, because it's one of his trips, one of his weeks. So thank you both so much. Natalie, you have been a godsend helping out. You know, being here, your company's been great. Your chicken curry and your shepherd's pie the first couple of nights. Yeah, we didn't go hungry this week. But yeah, so not sure if I'll get any filming done. Well, hopefully Steve will have a fish before we go, then I can get the camera back out. But if not, I doubt the camera will be out until I'm on my journey home tomorrow, purely because of tomorrow's going to be a bit of a mad rush. We have to be out here and on the road by 9 o'clock to get the ferry. But yeah, it is an amazing place. You know, it's just turned into quite a nice evening now. The wind's just dropping. You know, it's just the lads who are fishing this week, they've started to arrive. A few of them, by the look of it, are actually getting into the swims, because 17 and 18 they're vacated already and cleaned, so I think they're already in there. But yeah, so if it doesn't come out until on the way home, it has been amazing. And like I say, I want to thank every single person who's been on the lake. Richard and Martin in 6, Clay and Gav on the island, obviously Eric, David, Jay Humphreys, the guys in 12, I do apologise, lads, I can't remember your names, I'm useless like that. The lads in 16 as well, they had a good result this week. Lads in 1 and 2, Dave Woods I think it is, and sorry mate, I forgot your name, Chicken, who's in 5 with Mr. Luck. I can't remember your first name, but yeah, everyone has just been so friendly. It just makes this place that bit special, and everyone's willing to help out in any shape or form. So yeah, thank you to you all. You've made this week really special.
Well, that's it. I'm on my way now. Just come through the other side of Bordeaux. Nice and smooth this time compared to what it was like Friday afternoon when I drove through it. So I'm on the toll road now, about 4.5 hours away from Caen, where we're catching the ferry from. But yeah, it's been a tough week fishing wise, not just our swim but around the lake. But a thoroughly enjoyable one at that. Met some really great people. I know I've said before about how friendly everybody is, how friendly everyone's willing to help out. So yeah, again, thanks to all of them. But yeah, so I ain't going to be getting home now till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. We dock at about 9:15 in Portsmouth, and then the drive up to Bedford from there. So yeah, it was well worth the 9-year wait to get on there. I said at the start of the week I wanted a bite, and that's what I got. You know, being there was enough. Catching a fish just put the icing on the cake. So yeah, I'm going home one happy bunny. that's it. That's the end of the rainbow trip. Until next time, go out there and enjoy yourself. And remember, it's only fishing.